So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start in a new day. Today I will present me. Let's do the first check. I'm Pilotolo from the YouTube channel, and I will introduce me as trucker. I'm a newbie in the trucker world. Let's first of all do a checkup of the trailer and the truck before to start the day. Okay. Put the bicycle on the rear. Yeah, it's all right. Today morning I did the checkup of the trailer and the truck, but it was too dark, and I said, okay, let's make the video a little bit later when there's a bit of light. We are in December, on the 29th December. It's almost the end of the year. Just 2 days. And how I said before, I'm a newbie, a new trucker. I was 20 years in work. Yes, it's in a normal work in a factory, like electric and like a mechanic, because I studied also electric. And I did also a lot of job as mechanic. I was in a motorsport team in Italy, in Milan, almost 15 years ago. As a hobby race driver, I was for the Sunday track days. I and my motorsport team built a BMW 36 racetrack for me, and then I had a little bit of fun in the racetrack. After some years, I've emigrated in the south of Germany. Now I live in the south of Germany. Emigrated in the south of Germany, do the crisis in Italy in 2010, around the 2010. I had friends here. They told me that Germany, it was better, not so much better. As we can see today there's a massive crisis, big crisis in all of Europe, and that's why I started to do the driving license, the trucker driver license, the big truckers. When I started about April of this year, 2025, because as I said, my work, my last job was crisis, and every 2 years there was something. First there was the crisis of Corona. As I said, then came the Corona. They said, now we have Corona, now they will factor. There were not so much jobs. Yeah, okay. And they sent me at home. Then I was about 6 months without job, just with the help of the state of Germany, social helping, or I don't know how to say in English. After that, I do a little bit jobs during the time 2020 and 21. This job called me back and say, now we have a lot of work. If you want to come back by to us, we are welcome. You are welcome. Okay, let's do again. 2025, 23, 23 again the crisis after the beginning of the war with Ukraine. At the end of 24, just the beginning of 25, they say, hi, we have crisis again. Third time in almost 6 years. Then I said, okay, now I'm tired of this shit. So I started to do the driver license. The driver license in Germany, it's a bit complicated. It's not extreme difficult, but you have to study a lot. For an Italian, for a foreign man in a foreign country, it was a bit difficult, but not impossible. I would like to say. My German language is a bit bad of my English. My English was perfect because I studied English at 6 years old, and my teacher was mother language from UK. Now I'm starting to forget because the German language is too much aggressive, and I'm forgetting a little bit. That's why now I'm thinking in English. Before some years, it was naturally for me to speak in English. Now I have to think, because I think in Italian, then it came in German, the translating. Then after I have to say nine. No, I have to speak in English. That's why I have a little bit delay from my mind and my mouth. So I started the driving license. Driving license, we have theory before to do the truck and trailer. The maximum weight is 40 tons. Maximum is 44 with ISO container. For example, the ship container. That is the maximum 44. But usually you have 40, and maximum you have 18.75 meter. With this trailer I have 16.5 meters. When if I don't do a mistake, if I remember well, we have some measures, not only one. That's the problem. You have to remember every measures and the weight. Theory, two theory exams. First is the C. So C is the solo, only the truck. Then CA is the trailer in combination. And also the practice, also the driving exam is in two steps. First solo, and then after with the trailer inclusive. That's why it's usually it takes about 8 months. I did it in 6 months because I was earlier. Wanted before the end of this year already start the new job. So I started in April, and the beginning of April, and then the first exam of theory was at the beginning of August. You have to study a book like so big, so thick, with everything: the engine, the brakes, the rotor, the suspension, the gearbox, then how to load, which weight of many sail belt. I don't know what in it of to say in English for fix the load. You have to study this with the weights, with the spanogram. How to say spanogram? With the tension belt. Yes, something like this. Of many you need. Do the calculation and something like that. But you take the driving license, okay, but you cannot work as a trucker because you have to do the school of trucker. That is not something else. This school of trucker is called Berufskraftfahrqualifizierung, also Berufskraftfahrschule. That means that you have allowed to work as a trucker, not only drive. Driving license is drive the truck, but you can drive the truck for private, for only go around the start, for like example, without make business, okay? But if you make a business, you have to do this Berufskraftfahrschule, and it's during about 1 month, 8 hours per day, like a normal school, like a normal school. It's during about 1 month and 8 hours per day, 5 days a week, from Monday to Friday. And after that, you do another exam for this school. So you take one driving license pass, then the pass for the also the card, the driving license card, and the card for Fahrqualifizierung Nachweis. It's mean, and after that you do the practice exam. And these I did it at the end of September. Because my driving school had only one truck. You in Germany you go to the driving school. They have already the truck, but you are not alone. There are other school how to say, other people to learn, and they need also the truck. So you have to make some appointment, and it's during a little bit more than some weeks. That's why there was about 1 month between the theory and the practice exam. In that days, the theory was done, and I can a little bit relax. So I take a little bit break at that time, and I went to Trucker Fest, some trucker meetings and something like that. In that time I was sitting on bar and drinking beer and eating something. There was a lot of truckers, and they asked me which was my truck. They say, I don't have already the driving license, I just have the theory exam done. Okay, then write my number. When you are finished, you can call me. When you are done, you can call me, and I have a job for you. So at least after 2 days of this trucker fest, I went home with an half-year paper with a lot of telephone number, and I started to call. But I was also interested of one company here, not so far from my home. It's about 80 kilometers from my home. This company is a family company, so it's not so much bigger. They have a lot of trucks, but it's a family company and I like it. not a big business company, something like that. And I say to them, I'm new, I'm studying, I'm almost done with the driving license, and I'm searching a job with a keep molder. So molder trailer. We have sand and the keys and something for how to say rocks and something like that for buildings and all of this stuff. Sometimes we do our corner for the land, like here. But usually I transport sand with the keep molder. Just pull up and then unload. It's simple. For a beginner, it's perfect. I mean, I was also there in this Kieswerk. They have this klein city, and they take the rocks and these rocks, for example. I don't know if you can see from the camera. They take these rocks and I have to transport to the customer to build.